Hello everybody, this is Chris from fluentinmandarin.com, and I'm really excited because in this video I'm going to show you my new course for high beginner to low intermediate learners in Chinese. And one of the main reasons I'm excited about this is because this is a course that I've wanted to produce for a long time. It's based on the ways that I learned Chinese and how I got fluent, and so I really wanted to bring some of these methodologies together and help you to break through and get past the beginner stage in Chinese and really improve your level of speaking and vocabulary for everyday life Chinese. So I'm really excited about showing this to you today. So this course is called Chinese Sentence Mastery, and it's really for people who have maybe done a beginner's course already or had some lessons, but you don't really know how to continue improving your Chinese, learn vocabulary, and actually start speaking the language better. If you're in that kind of situation, then this is for you. The main problem it solves is how to put sentences together accurately and correctly in Chinese, because it's easy to learn a few words in Chinese or some vocabulary and phrases and just learn a few phrases, but if you want to actually speak in full sentences or complicated sentences, that can be a lot more difficult. So this course is designed to show you exactly how Chinese works, how it's put together, and how sentences work, so you can start to express yourself and really understand how to speak Chinese better yourself. Okay, so let's have a look at how this works. The course is divided into two different parts. The first is Chinese Sentence Mastery Drills, and this is basically a huge collection of 1,500 different example sentences in Chinese. And this course contains a lot of sentences from very basic sentences right up to more advanced sentences and structures. So it's very progressive. And as you can see, you have one page with an example sentence in English, and then what you have to do as you go through is to try to come up with the sentence in Chinese according to the English sentence. So basically try to convert it into Chinese or translate it in your head, and then say it out loud. And then when you go on to the next page, you will see the model response in Chinese. And as you can see, for each sentence you have the Chinese characters written in simplified Chinese. On the top you have the pinyin, which shows you exactly how it's pronounced. Below each sentence I've broken down what each part of the sentence, what each Chinese character or each what I call unit of meaning or word in the Chinese character actually means. So you can see exactly how the Chinese sentence works character by character, because I found for learners to really understand how Chinese works, you really need to know exactly how sentences are put together so you can start putting them together yourself and making inferences. So this is a principle that I teach in a lot of my courses, and it's kind of one of my signature techniques that I use to teach people. So you can see, for example, could you speak more slowly? This literally is, in the Chinese sentence, is you can not can speak slow a little. 你能不能说慢一点? So you can see for each sentence you have a breakdown. So let me show you another example. This is a longer sentence. Let me introduce you to my friend John. John, this is Li Ming, John. So you can see exactly how this sentence is broken down. The pinyin again on the top, and then Chinese characters broken right down. So literally this would be, let I give you, introduce for a moment, my friend John. John, this is Li Ming. Li Ming, this is John. And as you can see, you get this breakdown for all of the sentences in this course. And as you can see, I've annotated different parts of the sentences, and I've used abbreviations for the different grammatical particles. And I have videos on my channel which explain how all these grammatical particles work. So obviously this book is only so good on its own, so you also get an audio complement to this resource. Let me show you how that works now. This course is divided into 30 parts, and there are 50 sentences in each part. Let me show you how one of them works here. Part 18. I wish you success in your studies, and when you hear the English sentence, you're supposed to come up with the version in Chinese.
祝你学业有成.
After a break, you will hear the correct version in Chinese, and it's repeated twice.
祝你学业有成.
I hope that everything goes well for you. So after each repetition in Chinese, you're supposed to repeat after the native speaker. So the first time you hear the English sentence, you try to come up with the sentence in your head, and then say it out loud. Then you will hear the model Chinese response. And then after you hear this response, you repeat after the native speaker in Chinese, trying to get the tones right and all of the parts of the sentence. Each Chinese sentence is repeated twice, so you can practice saying it twice each time. Okay, so let's see how it works. I wish you success in your studies. So now you try to say it in Chinese.
祝你学业有成
And then you say it out loud again.
祝你学业有成
And then you will hear the next sentence. I hope that everything goes well for you.
祝你万事如意
So there are several different ways to use this resource. You can either just look through to teach yourself how Chinese sentences work and what all of the different characters mean, and learn about word order and all of the different parts of the sentence. You can also use this as a training resource to drill yourself with the audio, or just simply using the book without the audio files. Or you can listen to the audio files wherever you are to practice drilling and training yourself to think and speak in Chinese wherever you are, because you can download all of these resources, which makes it very convenient. This book contains sentences which basically cover all kinds of areas that you might encounter in everyday life. It also covers sentences, for example, talking about time or small talk. We've also got sentences for travel, like, for example, asking for directions, ordering food, talking to a taxi driver, and so on and so on. There are so many different examples that cover all kinds of different situations in everyday life. So not only are you learning about Chinese sentences and word order, so you're taught these through drills and through loads of examples, because really the best way to learn Chinese and to learn a language is through a lot of examples. So that's really what you're getting here. Let me try to show you some examples of the more practical sentences you've got here. So here you've got sentences about seeing a doctor and talking about your health and so on. Once you've practiced these sentences and drilled yourself, you'll find that it's much easier to come up with sentences in Chinese by yourself and substitute the different words for what you want to say. And you'll really feel that you're making a breakthrough with the language, because you understand how it works and you're learning so much vocabulary and you're learning about the grammar all at the same time. So this is the kind of breakthrough that I want you to be able to achieve. So not only do you have the book and the audio, we also have flashcards. Let me show you those. So all of these flashcards are used with the free flashcard software Anki, A-N-K-I, which you can download for PC or Mac and also on mobile devices. So we've got 2 master decks which have all of the sentences from English to Chinese and from Chinese to English, and we've also got decks of flashcards for each of the 30 parts, going from Chinese to English and from English to Chinese. I recommend that you practice using the English to Chinese cards. In other words, you'll be shown a English sentence and you have to come up with the Chinese sentence. So let's have a look at the set of flashcards for part 18. So here's the sentence that we just heard in the audio, and you would try to think of the answer in Chinese, and then you can press show answer or the space bar. And then according to how easy it was to come up with, you click one of the responses at the bottom. You've got the Chinese characters and the pinyin. We don't have the full breakdown on the flashcards. And then so on. We can keep testing yourself on all of these different phrases until you get them. So this is a really good way to revise all of the content, all of the 1500 sentences, wherever you are. So you can test yourself visually, you can test yourself with audio and with the book. And the second part of this course is what I call Chinese sentence building keywords, and what this is a collection of different structures and phrases that you'll need to use in more advanced Chinese in order to build longer sentences, because you might know that Chinese sentences are essentially broken down into different building blocks. The different parts of the sentence don't change. The nouns don't change. The verbs never change. The characters are always the same. So as long as you know how to put them together in the right order, then you can effectively speak correct Chinese. And if you want to make longer sentences and say more advanced things, you really need to know keywords like this that will enable you to build longer sentences. So let me show you what I mean. So here's an example. 不过 means however or but. So we can use this to connect 2 sentences or two phrases together. 杭州很漂亮，不过我没有时间去。Hangzhou is very beautiful, however, I don't have the time to go. And you can see exactly how the sentence is broken down. Again, I've written the translation of all of the units of meaning, all of the parts of the Chinese sentence in English. So this is the literal translation. Below you get the pinyin, and then the English translation in normal English. And as you can see, the keyword part of the sentence is highlighted as well in all of the guides, so you can see how it works. So we have loads of different keywords and different phrases that you'll need to use in Chinese sentences to express yourself in a much more advanced way. So this is really showing you all of the different structures and constructions in Chinese, really how it works, and enabling you to say much more complicated things and really improve your powers of expression in Chinese. So here we've got apart from and also, even if something, still, even if you speak very clearly, I still can't understand. And you can see how this works in Chinese. So we've got about 100 or so keywords in this book, and a lot of these sentences are in the main sentence drill part as well, so you can practice them in the drills. And you also get the audio for Chinese sentence building keywords just in Chinese. So let's listen to that.
很，非常。你的中文说得很好。你的中文说得非常好。也，我也是英国人。跟，一起，与，我想跟你一起去。
Okay, so this is Chinese sentence mastery. And even though there are some courses on the market that are based on sentences and drills and examples, this course is a little bit different just because of the way that it's designed and the way every single sentence is broken down into telling you exactly what all of the parts of the sentence mean. I also have free grammar videos on my channel which explain essentially how Chinese sentences are put together and how all the grammatical particles work. But if you watch all of those and you take this course as well, you'll really understand how Chinese sentences work, how to put sentences together, how to make longer sentences based on keywords and express yourself, and you'll gain a really good understanding of how to communicate in everyday life situations, consolidate your knowledge as a beginner, and you'll learn a lot of vocabulary at the same time. So I think if you've maybe completed a beginner's course and you don't know really where to go next, or you want to consolidate your knowledge and start expressing yourself further, then this course is going to be for you. And this course is available on my website, fluentinmandarin.com. You can find out more information and sign up there. Or you can click the link on the screen in this video right now, or in the description below to find out more information. And thanks for checking out this video. See you soon, everybody.